Welcome to MotoGP Mac. In today's video, we're going to talk about the results of the afternoon test session in Aragon. Now, before we get into it, here's how it finished. Maverick Vinales topped it from Marco Bezzecchi, Marc Marquez, Fermin Aldegar, Pedro Acosta, Franco Morbidelli, Fabio Quartararo, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Pecco Bagnaia, Raul Fernandez, Brad Binder, Miguel Oliveira, Johan Zarco, Joan Mir, Enea Bastianini, Jack Miller, Alex Rins, Lorenzo Savadori, Manuel Gonzalez, Samkit Chantra, Pol Espargaro and Alex Marquez didn't actually take part in the afternoon session. But, you know, it is only a test. Now, there is a lot going on in the test, new parts, aero, this, that and the other. There's a KTM out there that looks like a Ducati, all of this good stuff. So I don't really necessarily take note of too much times as well, because look, the track is rubbered in more, there's more grip there than there was at any point in the weekend after the Grand Prix, etc. But it is noticeable to say that Maverick Vinales and Marco Bezzecchi were both under Marc Marquez's pole position time of the Saturday, but they couldn't obviously match that during the weekend. Marc did look really comfortable, tried a number of parts in the Ducati. All three factory Ducati riders tried the new fairing update in the front. Small little details which I will go through in videos over the course of the week, but Marc is not so happy with it compared to Pecco, so we will wait and see what happens. Good showing as well from Fermin Aldegar. Pedro Acosta did try some front wings and etc. and no rear wings. Salad box introduced in the KTM again, so it is interesting to see what they were working at. Franco Morbidelli as well, good kind of session from him. Quartararo, impressive. Couple of pictures showing that they're definitely playing around with new fairings and stuff like that. Did also notice that there's a pivot point a lot lower now in the Yamaha, so for the rear swing arm, so it tells me they're looking for grip under acceleration. You know, so not so bad. Raul Fernandez, not a bad session out of him either. Brad Binder, yeah, look, it's not a bad overall. KTM probably had the most parts to test, then with Aprilia and then Ducati. Honda's, to be fair, Johan Zarco and those guys were quite quiet, definitely testing away. Did note, all right, that there was a carbon swing arm in the back of Joan Mir's bike. Enea Bastianini, who did say at the start of the weekend that he would be trying lots of aero. He was. Jack Miller and Alex Rins didn't see too much of stuff what they were doing with him, but I think Jack is more so actually working on the rear swing arm, if I'm not mistaken, on the positioning of the pivot of that. Lorenzo Savadori, not a bad session. Also for me, a really standout session here, guys, is for Manuel Gonzalez into the 47s. He started off in the 50s, but down into the 47s. And when you look at Gonzalez, you know, his first 100 laps, he's already ahead of Samkit Chantra and Pol Espargaro. You know, definitely this lad has some talent. You know, when you look at it, Lorenzo Savadori, long established test rider, he's only 1/10 of a second behind him. Raul Fernandez, he's 1.2 seconds behind Raul Fernandez, which is not bad as a first day in MotoGP. And you look at his overall time, that how he's behind, he is behind by 2 seconds from the leader, which is, look, is a really, really good and impressive debut to make. Yes, he did have a crash, so did Acosta, but, you know, it is definitely something I was really impressed to see by him. Overall, look, we didn't see too many revolutionary things. We saw some evolutions today, so it is interesting. Ducati, both sides of the garage, appear happy in the factory team. So it will be interesting. I do believe Aprilia and Yamaha are testing Wednesday, Thursday as well this week. So it will be an interesting thing. On now to Mugello, a place where Pecco knows well. Does seem to have built a bit of confidence in the bike. So it will be interesting to see where he lines up, I suppose, in Mugello. He has worn a track around that. So he seems more confident, but will that confidence transfer over? But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of the results from the test session in Aragon? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.